Hey y'all, welcome to my channel or welcome back. If you are new here, thank you so much for joining us. If you're returning, you already know it. You are fabulous. All right, so today's video, we're actually going to be doing some Christmas DIYs. Obviously, that's the season, that's what we're doing. So anyways, I hope that y'all enjoy these. If you do, please give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. That would be awesome. Hit that notification bell. And another thing, one more thing before we get started. I just want to say thank you. Thank you so very much. This channel is blessed so much. I mean, I'm just shocked at the amount of views and comments and likes. And I mean, it's just unreal, like what is happening with my channel right now. So I just want to say thank you, because without y'all, I wouldn't have anything. So I seriously do appreciate it. And I just wanted y'all to know I'm ecstatic about what is happening right now. All right. Let's jump right into these DIYs. All right, DIY number one. These are quick and simple, and they are so gorgeous. All right, so I started out with this cake plate that I got from the Dollar Tree. It's got that scalloped edge. Absolutely love that. I also have a margarita glass there that I'm going to be using. And I know that you see the pan there to the right. I ended up not using that. I ended up going with another of the cake plates. What we're making is a set of trays. They're going to be offset from one another, like parallel from one another, and they turn out so cute. Oh my goodness. They go perfectly together though. And actually they are going to kind of set the tone for the rest of this video. I ended up painting them with some cheap paint from the Dollar General, and then I went back over it with my Rust-Oleum chalked paint in chiffon cream. And there you go. So stinking cute. So what we're going to be doing in the rest of the video is actually making things to go with these tiered trays. So we're going to have a whole collection at the end, and they all are kind of based around these two trays. But look at how cute, and look at how cute they are together. Oh, I absolutely love these. All right, DIY number two. I told y'all these were going to be quick and easy. All right, so we've got this block of wood that I got from the Goodwill. I've also got some ornaments that came from the Dollar General store, $1 a piece. And then I've got these two deer that are $2 a piece from the Dollar General. Now they're cute like they are, but they're definitely not my style. I also have some black chalkboard paint that I always get from the Dollar General. I love that stuff. So what I started doing was just taking off the fur from these deer, and we'll get back to that block of wood shortly. We're going to do these deer first, but I kind of put these together because I end up painting everything at the same time. But anyways, I pulled all that off of those deer, took them out, sanded them down to get all the glue off, and then I just proceeded to paint them up and down all over, obviously because I painted right over the tag. Did y'all see that? It was pretty quick, but I did paint over the tag. I actually didn't even know I did that until I started this editing process of this video. Anyways, painted them solid black. Then I'm taking this gift bag that I got from the Dollar General store. They're $1 for 2, I think. I pulled the drawstring out of them, and then I'm taking my X-Acto knife, and I'm just going to hit the top of that seam, and then you can actually pull the rest of the way down, and it will pull right apart. Very simple to do. Leaves you with the perfect little piece of material. Now, took my hot glue and just went right around this deer's little body. Just right around the edge of it. I added just a little bit of hot glue to the middle. I didn't want anything to be bulky, you know. I wanted it to all lay flat. Once I got it glued on, I'm taking a box cutter and I'm just going to go around the edges of all of this material. Right around the edge of the deer. I didn't worry about getting up too close because I knew that I could take scissors in the end and really detail it out, and that's what I did. So you'll see that here shortly, but I just go all the way around this little deer. Once I got up close to like where his legs and all were, I just held it really tight to the deer and then just went right around, right underneath where my glue was. You could kind of feel it, you know, where it was, but more or less you're just only getting the body. So we're putting this fabric right back where the fur was. These turn out so darling. Oh, I wish I had more of these. They're so darling. Now I'm going to do the same exact thing with the second deer, just adding some hot glue. I'm going to take my material, lay it right down over the top of him. They are so stinking cute.
cut it out with the box cutter all the way around, just very, and like I said, you don't have to get too terribly close, because in the end you can take those scissors and get right up to it and really detail it out. And where it frayed, I wasn't worried about that, because it kind of added to the whole rustic, you know, detail of it. So totally wasn't worried about that. I liked the way that ended up looking. But how cute are these? All right, now I took some sandpaper and distressed my deer. I wanted these super distressed, so I go all the way around them. Every leg, every antler, the whole thing. Now, I'm taking some twine. Aren't they cute? Look at them. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm taking my twine. I snipped me off a piece. I'm actually going to pull that twine in half. It's a 4-ply, and I only needed half of it for one deer. We'll use the other half for the other one, but I didn't want too big, you know, too thick of a piece of twine to go around its neck, because I didn't want it to be bulky looking on the deer. So I just tied a little shoestring bow, snipped my ends off, and then I saved the bells that were actually originally on these deer, and I just added those right to the bottom of that twine, and I think it was the perfect last little detail. Y'all, these are done. How stinking cute. All right, so we're going to finish that block of wood that we had started with the deer. All right, so I just took these ornaments, and I'm going to snip off those little eye holes where the twine was to hang these ornaments. I'm just snipping that off with scissors. It was that easy to do. Then I'm taking my hot glue gun, and I'm just going to add some hot glue to the back of this ornament and pop that dude right down on that block of wood, and this works out perfect. I mean, this is so simple. So simple. And that block of wood thing was only like 99 cents. So altogether I gave $3 for this whole set here, this piece of decor. And I just think it's gorgeous. I absolutely think it is gorgeous. I added some hot glue to the back of the other one, popped it on there. Now while it's on our tray from either direction, it's going to be gorgeous. Absolutely love it. And this was so simple, y'all. Oh my goodness, so simple. All right, DIY number 3. Okay, so for this one, I've got this milk jug that I got from the Dollar General. I gave like $1.25 for it because it was like 75% off, because right now any of their summer or spring stuff is super cheap. So be sure and check that out. Now I painted it with some homemade chalk paint, and that homemade chalk paint is Hot Humble Pie's recipe. So I'll leave a link in the description box for that, because it is a great homemade chalk paint, and it's super cheap to make. All right, now I took some sandpaper and just distressed this all over. I hit it where any of the lettering was. I made sure to go around the top real good, and then I just picked out a couple different spots around the body of it and just kind of hit it with that sandpaper just to really give it that farmhouse look. Now I'm going to take some burlap ribbon that I got from the Goodwill, not Goodwill. Why am I thinking the Goodwill? I got the Goodwill on my mind right now. All right, I got this from the Dollar Tree. The burlap ribbon is from the Dollar Tree. Wrapped it around this. Now, I do double up when I go around. I actually go around it twice because I like the way it looks when it's a little thicker instead of that kind of see-through look. I like it a little thicker. So that's what I did. I just wrapped it around there, hot glued it back down, hot glued it into position. Made sure that I put my seam or, my ending with the ribbon on the back side of this so it doesn't show. And that little purple thing I'm using is a, if you haven't ever watched my channel before, that is a silicone mat that I use when I do my hot glue, and it works perfect. Got it at the Dollar General also. I am a Dollar General queen. You hear me? I love some Dollar General. All right. The ribbon that I have there, that came from the Dollar General, the buffalo check, the red. Wrapped it around my bottle, hot glued it into position. Absolutely love this. This turns out just stunning to me. I'm sorry, but it is just, I just love it. Now, I am taking a boxwood pick that I got from Walmart. I'm just going to pop that dude in there. Then I'm going to be taking, and I kind of separated it out a little bit. Then I'm taking some of these red berries. And y'all, the Dollar Tree is like killing it with their florals this year. Or maybe they've always done it. I just have not noticed it until this year. Since I've been doing this channel, I'm into my craft a little more. And their florals are fantastic. I mean, they really, really are. These are gorgeous. Those berries are absolutely gorgeous. All right, the last set of berries that I put in, I did cut off of the stem so that I could place those right where I wanted them. I knew with the first couple ones, the opening on this jug is so narrow that I could kind of manipulate it however I wanted it. So the last set, though, I did cut off. That way I could put those however I wanted in the jug. And then I'm going to actually bring some and kind of cascade those down the side of the jug. It just needed something to kind of pull it all together. So that's why I put the berries on the side, kind of hanging over the side of it. And I put a little bit of the greenery kind of hanging down over the side. But I just played with this until I got it all into position the way that I wanted it. This turns out so cute, and it's cheap. I mean, it's not cheap, but it was very inexpensive, and it is so pretty when it's done. Now, once I got that done, I just tied a little shoestring bow in some buffalo check ribbon, and that's all there was to this. This is gorgeous. All right, so this one here is so simple that I didn't even want to call it a DIY by itself. So that's why I'm just kind of adding it in with the last one. All right, I have got some buffalo check ribbon there that I got from Amazon. I've also got some ribbon here that I got from the Dollar General. We used it in the last DIY. And then I've got that buffalo check. Lord have mercy, y'all. I cannot talk tonight. I've got that burlap ribbon that came from the Dollar Tree. Look at this boxwood. So we used this in the last DIY, but I wanted to take a second and show y'all this kind of a little more up close and detailed. This even has like the powdered coating on it, so it looks really high quality. It was 97 cents. 97 cents at Walmart, y'all. It's way cheap, okay? Looks like it is high quality. Yeah, definitely check that out. All right, took that burlap ribbon. I'm just going to go around these little bases. And how cute are these little bases? They are so, so tiny. I absolutely love these. Now, they were $2 a piece at the Dollar General, which is a little much because they are so small, but they're so unique because they're so small. So that's why I ended up going ahead and getting them. Now, I took some of that red burlap, and I'm just making a band around here. I doubled it up. I actually folded it in half, and I'm just making a band right around the middle of that burlap, the brown burlap. That red is so pretty too. I'm loving some Christmas colors right now. Oh my goodness. I mean, not just for Christmas. I want to make everything in my house like red, white, and black. I love it. That is definitely what I am crushing on right now for sure. All right, so added that ribbon, and then I am going to take a piece of that boxwood, kind of snip off that stem part of it. I was at first going to use some of the berries from a pick that came from the Dollar Tree, but it just didn't go. I wasn't loving it. So added a little bit of hot glue, and I kind of put that hot glue in like a C shape so that I could push down on that boxwood and make it kind of stay flat to the vase. Added some buffalo check ribbon. I'm just going to tie a shoestring bow in this and just pop that dude right down on there. Add a little hot glue to the back of it, glue it right over the top of that greenery, and this is pretty much done. And you can do anything with these. You can do little tea light candles in these. You can put a little greenery in it. I actually show you both ways, and it is so pretty. very, very kind of elegant, like a rustic, elegant look, if that makes any kind of sense. That's what I feel like it looks like. So I just dovetailed my ends. I started out with a long tail, and then I didn't like that, so I actually went shorter, and that was the way that it needed to be. It looked way cuter with the shorter tail, but look how pretty. Absolutely love these. Same thing with the other one. I did the exact same thing to it. Added my burlap, added my ribbon, added my greenery, and that one was done. All right, so while I've got a second and I have y'all on here, I just want to request some prayer, actually. I've never done that before on this channel, but my son is at boot camp right now for the Air Force. He's actually been there for the last like 2 weeks, and I'm just worried about him. I'm just a mom, and I'm just worried. So just remember us in your prayers, please. All right. This is how they turned out, and they are gorgeous. Absolutely love these. All right, DIY number 4 and my absolute favorite. Okay, so I've got these plastic baseballs that I got from the Dollar Tree. I've also got some material here. Well, it's actually shirts, but we're going to use it as just material. But I got these from a friend of mine, well, my best friend actually. Anyways, I've got some picks that I got from the Dollar Tree and the Dollar General, and we are going to be making these. Now, these two right here, y'all have seen these quite a few times on this channel because I use them a lot to film with and to take my pictures with at the end of the videos. They actually came from the Dollar General store, but I have a lot of questions about those. I get a lot of questions like, where'd you get those, or did you make them? So I thought, you know what? I'm fixing to make some of those because that's got to be super simple. And boy, was it. Okay. Took that baseball, plastic baseball, set it in the material, wrapped that material up around it, took some twine, just tied it off. I actually tied like a triple knot in this just so it wouldn't come undone at all. It made that material stay good and tight around the ball. Snipped that off. I just tied a little regular little bow in it, little shoestring bow. Wanted it kind of tiny. These turn out so cute. Oh my goodness. And they look so much like the ones that I bought. I mean, they're almost identical. All right, I added some hot glue to the back where it was like a piece that didn't want to stay, so I just added a little bit of hot glue. But I'm going to take these picks, and yes, that one fell apart on me, so it's all right. I end up taking it apart anyways and putting it back together on the thing. So it's all good. I end up using these. I'm going to put these underneath that bow. So what I did was just hold the twine up and add some hot glue right around the bottom edge of that twine, and then I just added in that greenery. Added a little more hot glue, put in the berries and the pine cone, and this is done. So stinking cute. Oh my goodness, I love these. And I am definitely going to use these just for decoration. I have many of these to put on the tree, but I'm actually just going to be using these to sit around because I think they're so stinking cute. I cannot believe how much they look like the original. Check that out. Totally looks the same, except for the size of the pattern of the check. They look exactly the same. And I made 6 of these in about 10-15 minutes, literally. Like, that's how simple they were. The longest part of this was waiting on the hot glue to dry, y'all. That's how easy these were. Took the red material, did the same exact thing. Just squished it up around that ball, tied it off with my twine, snipped that off. Took another pick, hot glued it right underneath that twine. So easy. So easy. Look at that. It looks exactly like the store-bought. All right, so I just continued to do this to all 6 of these. And actually, one of these, I end up taking, it's this one right here, I do believe. I end up taking this, it's actually a like floral set that has some burlap around the bottom, but I just pulled it apart and used the pieces. So this thing, that little thing was like $1. You can find those all the time at the Dollar General store, or in like each season they have different ones for each season. But it's a little bitty small set of florals, and I literally just pulled those off of there and continued to make these little balls, and they look just as cute. They're so sharp. Absolutely love them. Added a little more hot glue to that one because it didn't want to stay down, but other than that, these are done. All right, and now for the final reveal and the part that I cannot wait for y'all to see. Oh my goodness, these trays turned out so fabulous. Look at this stuff. Everything goes together so well. It all kind of just, it's all cohesive. It goes with the trays. I love that the trays are offset from one another, parallel to one another. I absolutely love, love, love these trays. Now I have all the decorations I need to go on the trays too, so I don't even have to worry about what I'm going to put on them. I think this all turned out so stinking cute. Absolutely love this set. All right, y'all, that is it for today. I really hope that y'all have enjoyed these. I know they were so simple and so easy to make. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to share this video with your friends and family. Subscribe if you haven't already. That would be awesome. And hit that notification bell so you'll know each time I upload a new video. Definitely check me out over on Instagram and Facebook. Those are both great ways to connect. Also, I love sharing y'all's DIYs that you guys make on the Facebook page. That is too fun. Absolutely check that out. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure and hit that little round button to subscribe, and y'all have a blessed day.